Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Now today I'd like to stay in the UK and take a look at the lunch and dinner components from this 2016 British Army 24-hour pack. So let's get them out on a tray and see what they look and taste like. And welcome back to part 2 of this British 24-hour ration review. Now in this ration I'm going to take a look at their lunch and dinner components. I had a look at the contents and the breakfast in the first video, part 1, so if you didn't catch that, please go search one of my older videos and find that first. But this is part 2, and to save a little bit of time I already have the components out for what I would consider the lunch part of this menu. Now for lunch I'm going to take a look at the Rombouts coffee with white nut and sugar. I'm also going to have a tutti frutti flavoured drinks. I'm going to have the plain rice with the chickpea with onion and potatoes in a curry sauce. We'll take a look at the sesame seed bar, some of the salted peanuts. I have an anti-back wipe just in case, the peppermint gum, and some of the famous Hot Diggity Dog hot sauce just in case the curry isn't quite as hot as I'd like. So, need to start where I need a little bit of preparation. That's with the drinks. I think in this instance I'm going to go first off with the cold drink. So this is the Tutti Frutti drinks powder, and it calls for 500 millilitres of water. Now this is a 380 roundabouts milliliter glass, so I'm not going to use all the powder in this instance. Obviously 500 mils is the British Army canteen cup size, so it'd be a full mug for the British Army cup, but this is not that, this is a smaller glass. So I think at about 3/4-ish, slightly over, and using the handle of the large spork I'll just give that a good old mix round. Dissolves nice and easily, nice light powder. It is sugar, no sweeteners in this one, or some sweeteners, but sugar as well. It does say with sugar and sweeteners, but the most part is sugars, so it takes a little bit of dissolving. Next I'm going to take a look at the Rombouts instant coffee. Now I've had these before, they're usually a pretty decent coffee, providing they haven't gone off with its slight age. These usually stand up reasonably well. So it's a medium roast in colour, large granule coffee, and just go straight to make it as I like by adding a creamer and one of the sugars. I can smell the tutti frutti drink already, and again using the handle of the spoon I'm just going to make that up to about 3/4, after 3/4 of a mug. It's nice to give these sachets a good chance. I think if you fill a full mug to the top, they're supposed to do a mug, but they just don't seem quite right. So about 1/2 to 3/4 of a mug there. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to work my way round. I'm going to have a look at the sesame seed bar. Now with age this has gone very soft. You seem to either get these as in very soft or extremely hard. This has gone a little bit soft. So I bring in a friend. Very soft, very sticky. Just peel that back a little bit. So this is a 2016 menu, so it's 6 years old now. You expect a little bit of softening of the sesame bar. We have some roasted and salted peanuts, vacuum sealed. All these are beyond the beaten track. Nice hiss. That's always nice to hear. It means the vacuum seal is intact. So pretty good chance they're going to be in good condition. So now the seal's gone, there's a nice little bag there. We'll just empty a few for demonstration. We don't need many more, but there's plenty left. I'm also going to split the V6 gum. So this is the peppermint, 2 little briquettes, Let's get one out of the pack, but there is two. There's another one in there. There's two little briquettes. A hot digger dog on standby. So I'm going to do this in stages because I have the plain rice with curry. I'm going to bring in a bowl and I'm going to just put the rice first. Bring that to one side so we can have a look at it, because curry and rice go together. First off, now these have been boiling for a good 10 minutes. Get them nice and hot, although they're starting to slightly cool now. It'll just take a few minutes to come from the heat source to start filming. So nice loose grains. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try that first before I add the curry to it. So as you can see, the grains have broken up nicely, nice and loose. We'll just have a little taste of that very loose grained rice. Quite firm. Only just cooked. Does seem a little bit aged. There is a slight powdery flavour to it. Maybe they coat it with something and stop the grain sticking together. But it is very simplistic white rice. People would recognise that. Wouldn't say it's top quality. Does seem a little bit loose grained, but it is an acceptable plain simple white rice. Now to it, I'm just going to add the chickpea curry. Chickpeas with onion and potato in a spicy curry sauce, 300 grams. So I just hope it all fits in the one bowl. Wow, that's given a little bit of difficulty opening. Wow, seriously, cannot open that. Don't know what's happened there. Bring my friend in. Usually they tear. Hope there's no delamination of the pouch. Saying that the food's gone bad. It does look okay. I think what I'm going to do is just pour it in there. So it's curry and rice. Nice big looking bowl there. And before I go any further, I'm going to come back to the drinks. So let's have a taste of the coffee. Fairly decent, good quality, dark, not bitter, but it has got a lot of flavour. There's a lot of coffee flavour there. For an instant, a good attempt. It is an instant coffee, never going to be perfect, but for an instant, a nice, decent coffee. Let's have a take a look at the Tutti Frutti now. Nice mix of flavours. Can't say I recognise what actual fruits are in there, but it's slightly tropical. I think there's sort of a pineapple, orange, mix of artificial flavours, delicately done, not over fluorescent in colour. It is highly chemicalised, but a nice, tasty, refreshing soft drink. Now, I've just tried the rice, so I'm going to go straight to the chickpea curry with potatoes and onions. Let's dive in, some chickpeas there. Again, those chickpeas only just cooked. It was full of flavour, lots of taste there, curry flavouring. It's just like the standard sort of curry powder mix. Very mild. People from the UK and other countries, it's sort of mild korma sort of mildness. There is some heat in the background, quite creamy, quite there is cream in there, or coconut. The peas are firm, the potatoes are just cooked. With the rice, very nice, enjoyable rice and curry dish. For me, it's just about flavoured enough. I'm going to add a little bit of hot sauce, but I'm not going to go wild. I'm just going to add a little bit on this edge here. This is hot. It lives up to his name. I've had this before. It is hot diggity dog. So I'll mix that in. This will be for more of the fire lovers out there. So a little bit with the hot diggity dog. Wow, that has really fired it up. Made it very hot. For me, I think I put too much on there. It is burning my mouth and burning my throat. In a curry, certainly gives it a massive lift. That little bit I had was too much for that small space. Some people would love that. I need to mix that around a bit more. Spread that hot diggity dog a bit further. That's better. For me, it's very nice. Very spicy, Indian style chickpea curry. Very nice, very tasty. Very reminiscent taste of a lot of places around the UK. Do need a cool, refreshing drink to take the heat out of your mouth. Hot diggity dog, it's doing its trick. It's what it's meant to do. And I'll take a quick taste of this very soggy looking sesame seed bar. So as you can see, it's gone soft and pliable. Taste wise, sweet, tasty, caramel toffee flavour, strong flavour of the sesame seeds, just a little soft, sticks to your teeth, very chewy, but still perfectly edible, energy packed. I actually like those, even in its soft state, lots of flavour, but just gone very soft. Have another mouth cleanser. Take a look at some of these salted and roasted peanuts. Just very simplistic looking salted roasted peanuts. Does what it says on the tin. Recognisable around the world. Not the best quality. There are better quality salted peanuts out there, but perfectly acceptable. When you think of the bulk, the many millions of these that have to make up for the army, certainly a palatable peanut. Just probably not one of the best quality ones. You could even add some of those to the curry, I'm sure. So let's just try a couple of peanuts, give it some extra crunch, although there's plenty of crunch with the chickpeas. Goes well in the curry. Slightly sort of satay flavour, peanut satay. Very enjoyable, very tasty. Let's refresh my palate again. And take a look at the V6 dental gum. This is peppermint. The shell's gone slightly soft. As I say, it is coming at 6 years old, but lots of mint oils again. Lots of mouth cleansing flavour there. Certainly both briquettes would be enough to take away the curry's flavour from your mouth. So still nice cleansing gum there. And last but not least, we'll take a look at one of these antibacterial wipes. Now if you watch these videos, I think you'll probably agree with me. I think these beyond the beaten track antibacterial wipes are about the best out there. I've not come across any in any other ration which are as big, as strong, as stretchy, almost like a face cloth. You could wash your face with this. Nice, stretchy, strong, just moist enough, not overly wet, but certainly moist enough to clean, and as I say, big enough in both hands to sort of wash your face with as well. So you could give your face and your bit of a wash if you've got your dirty face and hands. Very good quality wet nap. So overall, very tasty, very enjoyable lunch. So join me in a second or two when I come back with the third or the evening meal. So just bye for now. And welcome back to this evening or final meal from this British 24-hour O.R.P. And for the evening meal, I thought I'd take a look at the hot chocolate mint flavour with the one of the tropical flavoured drinks powders. We have a bean and pasta salad, which is butter beans and kidney beans with pasta in a tomato chili sauce. We also have some mango cake. There is some cheese spread, which hopefully will go well with the pasta. And as always, I've got this hot diggity dog sauce on standby. So, excuse me there. Again, I'm going to start with the things that need a little bit of preparation, which is the drinks. And for this meal, I've chose the tropical flavoured drinks powder. So, again, 500 millilitres like in the last meal. So I've got to measure out about 3/4 for this glass. Obviously you could have the full 500, it would just be a bit stronger. I want to actually try and match at the actual consistency that it's designed for. So again, just using the spoon handle, just give that fine powder a mix. Try that right to the top, full glass, plenty of powder in there. Slightly more orange in colour this time than the last one. A good mix around. Make sure those powders are dissolved. Then we need to take a look at the hot chocolate mint flavour. So this again is for a 500 milliliter cup, but it does say mix with 80-degree hot water, so not boiling, just 80 degrees. So hot but not boiling water. Difficult. These are good packets, good strong foil lined packets. So again, this is a mug, not far off 500, so nearly all of it in this case. The mug is slightly bigger than the glass. And using hot but not boiling water as per instructions, give us a good old mix. Good mix of that chocolate powder. If it's a little bit thin, we can always add a bit more. You can always add, but you never take away. Now moving around, have a look at this mango cake. Easy open pouch this time. So, see how this is stood up to 6 years in the pouch. So there's a little slab of what Americans or the US would call pound cake, or we'd call Madeira cake here in the UK. That's a mango cake. And I'm going to give this cheddar cheese spread a little bit of a knead. They do separate, you must knead them. Try and get those oils back mixed. So it even tells you on the package, I don't know if you can read there, knead package before opening. So it is actually one of the instructions. And I'm just going to take the corner off that, bring in a friend just to help me there. Take the corner off, ready for use. And last but not least, we have the bean and pasta salad in the tomato chili sauce. So, like always now, I'm just going to bring in another bowl. And this has been boiling again for 10 minutes in a pan of water just to get it nice and hot. You never know with these pasta salads whether you should have them hot or cold. It's very difficult to tell. I did make a mistake a couple of videos back. I had one cold and it turned out it would have been better hot. I just hope this ain't the other way around. Oh, very hot now, this one. Very hot. Burning my fingers. Good heat transfer through these foil pouches. Been there. Clean myself up a little bit. So, bit of a mix round, some butter beans, kidney beans, red beans, mix them around a little bit. Just gives it a couple of minutes to do its thing. And I'm going to start where I like to start, that is with the drinks. Now this is the mint flavoured chocolate, so a nice dark looking chocolate drink there. Very good quality chocolate. I always think the British have the chocolate the best in the world. Not with everything, but I certainly think they make the best drinking chocolate. It's rich, sweet, chocolatey, creamy. This one is not my particular favourite. It has got a mint background. In the UK, mint chocolate is a firm favourite. Things like peppermint aero or peppermint matchmakers or similar sort of thing everyone in the UK would recognise. It's that sort of flavour. It is the peppermint aero flavour in a drink form. It's pleasant, it's refreshing. Personally I prefer just the plain drinking chocolate, but that in no way makes this a lesser one. It is a good quality drinking chocolate with a hint of mint. So, move over to the drinks powder. Now this one's a tropical, I believe. Very delicately flavoured. Once again, difficult to say actually what flavours are going on there. Orange, pineapple, mango, papaya. Very difficult to tell. It is artificially flavoured, not a single bit of fresh juice in there. But that said, if you can take away the artificial flavouring, it is tasty, it is refreshing, and it is a nice, refreshing, cooling drink beverage there. So, where do I go now? I think I'm going to go to the mains. Now this is bean and pasta salad. Now we have kidney beans, which are the red ones, butter beans, which are the big large ones. So I'm going to take the butter bean first. I've got kidney bean stuck. I'm going to try with the kidney bean. Sort of beans you find in chili con carne here in the UK. It's cooked, it's tender, it's not as just cooked as the chickpeas were in the chickpea curry. It is a little bit softer, but it's still got texture to it. Now we'll try one of the butter beans. They're the same. Both have texture still, both have some consistency left with them, they're not mushy. I'll try some with the pasta. Pasta's nice and soft, not overly cooked, slightly more than al dente the pasta, but not soggy. Very simplistic flavours, very bland. Did say there's a chilli sauce. There is a slightly bitter taste to it. The tomatoes are not as sweet as they could be, but it's filling. I wouldn't say tasty. It's, in my opinion, I could say okay. The flavours are not exciting, but they're acceptable. If you're hungry, out in the field, it's certainly edible. Does need a little bit more of this hot diggity dog. It says in the chilli sauce, but it's very mild if it is. I think the hot diggity dog will give this some much needed lift if I mix it in well. Let's try now. There's some hot diggity dog in there. Needs some of the hot diggity dog. Certainly gives it a lift. The chilli sauce that was in there wasn't very hot. I'm going to take a look at this cheddar cheese spread. So, typical shelf stable cheese now, which is in a lot of rations. I actually think these are made in the US. I think they are the US cheese spreads, which just get shipped over and repackaged. So it's a nice tasty cheddar cheese. Give them a little bit of a mix. That is a much needed lift So just mix them with the beans and the other seasoning there. Yes, that's the way to go. That is needed. That has made that dish 100% better. That cheddar, cheese. Now we've got cheesy beans with a bit of fiery kick. Much improved. That's certainly saved what would have been very basic, very bland dish. But once that's mixed in, it comes creamy, cheesy, almost like a macaroni cheese, mac and cheese with beans. Much improved. Now enjoy that. Now tasty. With a mouth cleanser. Very good, refreshing mouth cleanser there. Now, a piece of this mango cake. Does feel a little bit firm, a little bit heavy. I think it's a little bit gone past its best, so it does break nice. Still relatively soft. Gone a little bit dry, past its best, but not in flavour. It's a sweet, supposedly mango flavour cake. I'm having difficulty tasting the mango. There's certainly a lot of sugar. I can feel the sugar in it. Slightly dry. In the UK, it's very much like a Madeira cake. Would go great with custard. We do love our custard. Warmed up for a few seconds in a microwave with a custard on top. That'll be a very nice, enjoyable pudding. As it is, still tasty, very sweet, but because of its age, it's just gone a little bit dry, but still perfectly pleasant. Now, let's refresh my palate one more time. There are still one or two little sundry items left from this 24-hour pack. We still have a raspberry drink. Now I've tried 3, so the raspberry will be on similar lines, so I'm not going to try that now, but they are very good drinks. And we also have an extra tea, an extra gum, some more sugar, creamer, another wet nap. There is a Nescafe coffee. So there are still a few little sundry items just to help you get through the 24-hour period. Overall, this 2016 Menu 1 British 24-hour O.R.P. Very nice, very tasty, very enjoyable meals. You need your imagination, you need to mix the cheese and the hot diggity dog, and that became a very tasty dish. On its own a little bland. Likewise with the lunch, the addition of the extra hot diggity dog, and if you watch the first video, the breakfast also needed a bit of a pick-me-up. But once you do that, all 3 meals become very tasty, very enjoyable, and certainly very welcome out on the battlefield. So, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button for future videos coming very soon. So thank you, and goodbye.